Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Tonight, we are going to do some mini readings, and we already have 2 people on the list. If you want to get on the list, there is a link below in the description. It's to my PayPal. The readings are $25 each. And once you get on the list, I'll get a notification. I add your name to my going list, and when it's your turn, I will call your name and you will put up your question in the chat. So you want to make sure that you have your question ready to copy and to paste onto the chat when I call your name. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight. The 2 people that we already have on the list are Jeanette and Yvonne. And so just have your questions ready. Before we actually dive in, I want to make a couple of announcements and tell you some of the fun things that are happening on the channel. So I'm going to do a little screen share to be able to do that, and we'll get started. But I do hope that you guys are doing great. Today is a really beautiful day to do these kind of channeled readings because the sun is actually conjunct the star Fomalhaut, and Fomalhaut is connected to Archangel Gabriel, who is the messenger of God, known as the messenger of God. So it's really, really a powerful opportunity to connect to your intuition. And so being able to channel readings on a day like today is pretty freaking awesome. Let me take a look at, let's see. I wanted to, let me see, I'm going to do a screen share, but yeah, let me go to my website for a second. Okay. And here we are. Let's do a little screen share here. So yeah, again, I hope you guys are doing amazing, and can't wait to tell you what is going on. Let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Raven. Hello, Fola. Okay, that's you. Jeanette is here. Hello, hello. Okay, so here's what's so cool. So when you go to my website, channelforgrace.guru, and everything that I'm going to share right now, there's a link in the description to go to it. But you go to my website and you can click on, let's go to the Moon Goddess Training 2023. What we have happening right now is, hello, Cecilia, welcome in. The Moon Goddess Training, level 1. We actually haven't even started with our first long Saturday session, which is this Saturday on the 25th. So far, we've done the Nile River initiation, and which is our orientation and very first initiation into the ancient Atlantean path. And then on Saturday, we begin with the Temple of Abu Simbel and the Akashic journeys, learning about all of these powerful topics, such as intuition, empowerment, astrology and the gene keys, moon magic, 13 moon centers, ritual and ceremony, 40-day meditation, Akashic records, temple initiations, hermetic alchemy, Kundalini yogic technology. So all of that is really exciting. Level 2 happens in June, and then level 3 in October. You can sign up for all of them. I have a special deal going on right now. You buy 3 of the levels and you only pay for 2 of them. And so basically you're buying 2, get 1 free. It's actually pretty exciting. And all of it is held in our mighty community, which is called Channel for Grace. And there's also a link below to connect to that. The other exciting thing is that I am hosting our very first Moon Goddess retreat in Sedona. And this is happening May 18th through the 21st. Sedona is an amazing place. It's a 4-day women's retreat. And I'm trying to make sure my Wi-Fi is working and you guys can actually hear me. Let me know. But basically all the information for that is found here on this page. We're going to be doing epic vortex hikes, really exciting things. And there's more information here. There's also a drum making workshop. My husband and I are actually guiding this journey. And you can add the drum making workshop to it, and you will actually get your own drum to take home with you after we actually make them. So if you're curious about our Sedona retreat, please join us. Check out these pages. Check out the links below. That's what's going on. And as usual, make sure that you hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. And also download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It enters you into my email list, and then I send out a weekly moon magic report. I'm going to check on my little heater real quick, but we're ready to get started with our reading. So feel free to put up your question, Jeanette, and let me know what kind of reading you are wanting for tonight. All right, here we go. And the people on the list so far are Jeanette and Lola. And then the list is open after that for anybody that wants to get on it. Okay, let's see. I would like my son's natal chart. He's a mechanical engineering and Mr. Scientist. I asked him if I could have his chart read. He said, okay, fine. I think he is humoring me, but he will listen to it. Is he there with you? Curious about that. Hi, Sparky. Okay, here we go. And the information, let me do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. So we got 5, 6, 86, 10, 38 a.m. And that says Framingham. Okay. Is it Massachusetts? Okay. Let me do that and see if it works. Okay, that works. He lives in the Mojave Desert. Ooh, that's so interesting. Okay. I think we got it all right. 5686, 10:38 a.m. Okay. Go. Cool. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is acting up a little bit. It's kind of annoying, but hopefully can you guys hear me okay? Anybody remember that from the Moon Goddess training? Okay, here we are. Okay. So this is his chart. And let's take a look at what we see here for the energies. So he's got Sun in Taurus, Moon in Aries. He's a Cancer rising. Venus in Gemini. Ooh, Venus conjunct Chiron. North node Taurus, south node Scorpio, and the south node is conjunct Pluto, which is kind of intense right there. Just say that. We've got some Ophiuchus energy. Lyra too. Oh, Jupiter in Pisces. So he just went through his Jupiter return. That's interesting. All right, so Sun in Taurus. Sun in Taurus is a very grounded energy. So I'm sure that he is very much someone who kind of stabilizes other people, makes other people feel more stable. It's a beautiful and grounding energy for the Sun to be in Taurus. Now, this is also someone who can be very, very stubborn too. And he was actually born on a dark moon, which was about to be, an eclipse. I wonder what eclipse was going on. It was going to be an eclipse, and a new moon eclipse. I don't know if it was total, but it possibly, but it was definitely an eclipse coming up. So he was born on the dark moon of a new moon eclipse in Taurus. So that's very interesting. His Sun is also conjunct his North Node, and I like that because it's also in the 10th house of career and life path. And so he's here to be seen in the limelight. You know, the 10th house is the house of showing up for the world. His purpose, which is to learn to find more stability, to let go of drama and things from the past that were traumatic or hurtful or super intense, and move away from that, from the obsession and things like that, and move towards finding more stability and more groundedness in his life. He is also here to do that, in the limelight. So whatever, he chooses to do, it will be seen by others. He's going to be a bit of an example in a way. Moon in Aries means his emotions are very fiery, very passionate, very impulsive. And it's that Aries energy doesn't think too much before it takes action. But his Mars in Capricorn will think a lot about things before actually taking action. But that's what I think his focus is on, career and stuff like that, is because Mars in Capricorn takes things very seriously in a good way. Having Cancer rising is how people see you. So he's seen as a very nurturing and gentle energy, honestly, maybe even an emotional energy. And he may or may not be aware of it, obviously, but people see him as a very nurturing and loving being, which I think is really beautiful. He just went through his Jupiter return, which means, this last year with Jupiter in Pisces and the conjunction to Neptune really activated a lot for him. And Jupiter returns are a time of abundance. So I wouldn't be surprised if last year there was a lot of abundance that was showing up in his life in the way of spirituality or insights, divine sort of connections to others, because Pisces is that spiritual energy, but also abundance wise, and in terms of money and stuff, it can be a very, very, very a sort of opportunistic time to go through your Jupiter return. Like amazing things happen in your life during the Jupiter return, and it's all good. It's all like optimistic, positive, activates prosperity, all of that. So that's really beautiful. What I do notice is that his Venus conjunct Chiron in the 11th house of friends and sharing your gifts with the world. There's an insecurity about like communicating or speaking your mind, feeling like what you have to say is not important, or feeling like you're awkward when you communicate or speak. And in terms of friendships, because Venus is right there for relationships, relationships are really the biggest place where he learns the most. His healing journey is really like has been rooted in relationships, and including maybe in focusing on friendships more than like the intimate relationships, like friendships. He learns through all of his friendships a lot. And sometimes the friendships can be difficult or challenging or bring up old wounds and stuff. And he has to like heal them and deal with them in order to like heal it and find his way. So he really is here to focus on career and his life path, and not so much on home and family. His South Node is in the 4th house of home and family. So there might be a lot of trauma, like family trauma from earlier on that he's experienced emotionally that he's healing from. And whether anybody's aware of it or not, there was definitely trauma in early childhood. And that is what he's moving away from and healing. And he's doing it by stepping into his purpose, into his mission. He bought a house in Massachusetts that we live in. A year later, he bought a fabulous property in the desert. Nice. I love it. Yeah. A lot of prosperity. Love that. So this is a cool chart. Like as long as he keeps focusing on career and life path, he's going to have a lot of abundance. And that's really, really beautiful. And that Mars in Capricorn is the hard worker, like doesn't ever stop working, because hardworking qualities are like, those are the things that he values, you know? And so he will always be a hard worker, and he will always be serious about what he does, and, you know, take his time too, but know that like he's going to be successful. Wow, that's really intense. And Capricorn is that sign of Saturn. So that's very much like a army kind of energy too, you know? So interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, those are the things that stand out. I also like his Mercury in Aries, very fiery, like sharp tongued in a way, you know, but very sharp in the sense of like mind, very quick to come up with solutions, figure things out, all of that. So super fun chart. That was fun. Thanks, Jeanette. So next we have Lola. That's so sweet. Next we have Lola. And let me say hi to everybody else that came in. We had Nelvin come in, Maria come in, Lucida come in. Hello, welcome, welcome. And the list is open. I will check it again because I don't think anybody else got on it. So if you are interested in getting a reading tonight, please do. Okay. The list is open right after Lola. So if you want to get on it, $25 sent to my PayPal. Once you get on the list, I'll write your name down once I get that PayPal notification. And when it's your turn, I'll let you know, and then you can put up your question. So the readings are not free. You actually have to pay for them. But it's only $25, and that's why they're mini readings. I do offer like extended readings on my website, and you can always book a reading, channelforgrace.guru. I do astrology readings, starseed readings, and human design readings, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot to choose from there. All right, let's see. Hey, I am 5 days away from my Saturn return, and I would like to know what Saturn is here to show me. Well, I can tell you're already feeling it, but that's a really, really fun question to answer. Hello, Oliver. If you would like to get a question, you can get on the list by sending the $25 to my PayPal. Right now we're going to do, not Lola, sorry. I said Lola. Fola. That was so funny. Brain fart. Oh, you want a tarot reading? Okay, cool. Okay. That's a fun question though. And you know what? The biggest answer that you will get from that, Fola, is by looking at your chart and seeing where is Saturn, which house Saturn is in. And obviously he's in Aquarius, but that's really interesting that you're going through your Saturn return at the end of the Aquarius transit. But let's actually do a tarot reading for you. I'm excited. I'm going to be using my new Wee Moon Tarot deck. So there we go. And we're going to do the 5-card pull. Let's see what Fola needs to know about her Saturn return. Ooh, that is interesting. Okay. I'll do intuition, challenge card, overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and then a final like revelation card. And what is the revelation card? Okay. So first card, 9 of fire. This is our intuition card. Creative fire. You know why I think this is so cool that this card came out? Because right now I actually just finished doing the astrology video for Pisces season for the Starseed membership, which I highly recommend you check out. I'm going to be doing a special workshop for Saturn in Pisces. That's only going to happen in the membership. So all of that is found like on the global community, and the link is below for everything. But the Saturn in Pisces video is going to be really significant because I'm going to be going over what it means, where it is in your chart, what Saturn transit is happening for you, how that is like kind of life altering, and et cetera, and what transits Saturn will be making while in Pisces, as well as give us a moment to like ask questions and stuff. So really excited about that. That's happening March 9th. And you have to be a Starseed member to be able to access that workshop. But the reason I say that is because getting this card is interesting because Pisces season is coming up, right? And you're talking about Saturn and the Saturn return. And right now this season in Pisces has a lot of creativity connected to it. There's a lot of listening and trusting our creative life force. And so this energy, this card coming out, Creative Fire, is asking you to really step into your creativity. So the first message is when the Saturn return happens, right? It's a difficult lesson. It's not an easy one. It's a challenging lesson. It's a hard lesson. We kind of learn the hard way. And in the 12th house, I definitely feel that can be learning through your spiritual path and maybe going through a kind of a challenging time. Saturn transiting there's a lot of synchronicities between Saturn in Pisces and Saturn in the 12th house. It's kind of like the same energy. So you have Saturn in Aquarius, but Saturn in Pisces is a big deal, which is the energy that's coming right after this. So the lesson will be a spiritual lesson, and it will teach you how to step into your creativity, your true creativity. I definitely think I'll sign up because my Saturn is 1 degree away from 0 degrees Pisces. Yeah. Rising. So Saturn is going to be with me for a while. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The energy of Saturn return lasts for about like 2 to 3 years almost. Like that's kind of what that is. But anyways, the first thing is creativity is going to be a big, big part of it. So there's a lot of fire energy. The next card we get is the Fire Crone Sage, the Cauldron of Regeneration. And so I see you during the Saturn return as in sort of this cocoon, this womb, like this woman's womb, and it's the Fire Crone Sage. And you're in a space of regenerating. And so this journey with Saturn return will help you to regenerate your creativity and your passion and your ability to take action. Messages are like they're messages that are coming through very, very strongly. So here it is. It has to do with like the light turning off and then turning back on. And I'm waiting to see if it kind of resets for you guys. I'll give it 1 second. Yeah, it looks like I'm back. Okay. So did you get that? That it looks like it's like the fire that my Wi-Fi literally just turned itself off and then turned itself back on. And when it comes to the message that comes through from that for you, Fola, because it happened like literally right at your reading, is that it feels like the darkness will come. And I feel like this is definitely connected to this card, this cauldron of regeneration. Being within this womb-like space will feel like the darkness has come upon, right? Meaning the light turns off and you can't see anything. And you'll have to, in a way, find your way through that darkness, find your way through that. That's going to be key, because this is also in the challenge position, is that you won't be able, it'll feel like a waiting game for a while, because also being like within a womb space feels like the darkness of a womb. But when you are sort of like born again, when you come out of this experience, the light will return. So that's kind of scary to think about, but at the same time, you have to trust that while you experience things being in the darkness, that you are actually within this cauldron of regeneration, and the end result of this is actually something really beautiful and really powerful. The overall theme, the 10 of air, prana, breath of life. The overall theme for your Saturn return journey is you're learning how to breathe again. What does that even mean, right? Learning how to breathe is about learning how to connect to spirit. The ancient Atlantean priests and priestesses talked about the breath, and I talked about this in the Nile River initiation for the Moon Goddess training this last Monday, that the breath is the connection to spirit. And actually, I just talked about it too in the membership, that the Pisces season is connected to the chakra above the head, which connects us to the spirit. It's the spirit descending into matter. You are learning to breathe again. So it'll feel like you're going to suffocate for a while, but then it's because the lesson is you got to learn how to breathe. You got to bring spirit, true spirit, back into your life. The wisdom from the ancestors, the 6 of earth, abundance. So on the other end of this journey is a journey of abundance. This woman is sitting on the ground. She's like harvesting. There's a lot of fruit. There's a lot of food. She's got her arms up to the sky. She's like thanking the gods, for the harvest. And she's praying, and it's a very prayerful energy. And she's got a basket full of food. This is beautiful abundance. And the abundance is, of course, in a very spiritual way, because this is Saturn in your 12th house. The overall kind of, the revelation card is the matriarch card, recycling ancient wisdom. How beautiful is this card? Recycling ancient wisdom. And so this is really about opening yourself up to your ancestry. That's what I feel. And to, tapping into the ancient wisdom, like of the breath and the prana and the life force, and letting it activate you. So you're going to go through a period of darkness that will feel like you can't see or you don't know what's going on. But the truth is that you are regenerating yourself. And when you come out, you will understand like all the abundance that came from this journey, and your creativity will light up again in a really, really beautiful way. So super beautiful message there. And I highly recommend you guys all join the membership, because I'm going to be doing that special workshop for Saturn in Pisces, going over everything Saturn in Pisces, including the Saturn transits, which are different. These are like whether transiting Saturn is conjuncting your natal Saturn, or sextiling it or squaring it or opposing it. All of those things mean different things, and whether transiting Saturn is traveling through which house and what really truly does that mean. So you're welcome, Fola. Sorry about the weird like hiccup, but I feel like that was definitely like part of the reading. There was like a reset, you know, like the energy totally reset, like it just turned off, lights off, and then now we're back. The Wi-Fi is working great. I mean, it's like, it's interesting, right? That like things just are so synchronistic in that way. So yeah, that was actually, I really enjoyed doing that reading, and I actually feel so much better after the reset. So I know that's the journey that you're going to go through. It's like the broadcast started off like weird vibes, and then all of a sudden it turned off, and then it turned back on, and it's like, we're good. Everything is good. You know, like, so there's a huge reset that's coming up for you, for sure. Okay. We've got Oliver next. So, what is your question, and what type of reading would you like? And the list is open. There's no one after Oliver, so make sure you get on it if you want to get a reading tonight. I see your question. I think, let's see. Looking for life path advice in moving away from overwork and towards a path of helping others through creativity and healing. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Who are you talking to, Dawn? Yeah, I don't think Fola joined the new, are you talking about Fola? I don't think she joined the new community yet, for sure. Okay. So, what kind of reading would you like, Oliver? I'm just waiting for your message, and I'm going to do a reset here to make sure I can see what's going on. Okay, there it is. Question just put up again. Here we go. Okay, we are good to go. I'm a single EMT, no pets, no kids. I love that you said no pets. Like, all the details, right? No pets, no kids, and never married. So I work. Yeah, work. I love what I do. Okay, I kind of feel the same, except I have 2 dogs and I work. I love helping others, but my field is so understaffed. I can work 21 days or more in a row. And I bet you that they totally like abuse that because you're like always available, you know? I bet you that you get abused in that way. Life chart. Do you want to look at your natal chart, your astrology chart? Today was your first day off work after working 143 hours in 10 days. Damn. I have plans. I love it. This is so cute. I freaking love it. Yeah, so we have to pick a type of reading to do. So the options are, and Raven put them up a little while ago, but astrology, tarot, human design, gene keys. Within astrology, there's a few options. Just kind of depends on like, you know, what's your question? Hello, Venus. Welcome in. What do I feel called to? Let me look at your original question. It was looking for life path advice. Okay, and moving away from... Okay, let's do tarot. Towards a path of healing. Yeah, let's do tarot. Then we can get into like astrology like some other time. But I think tarot would be really insightful for you. All right, here we go. What does Oliver need to know as he begins his transition? Definitely get on the app. As he begins his transition from overworking, I would call it, towards a path of helping others through creativity and healing. What's the wisdom from the ancestors for this message? Okay. A lot of cards flying out. And what that tells me is that you got a lot of support in the spirit realm. You got a lot of spirit guides like, I want to talk. I want to say something. No, me. And everybody wants to say something at the same time. But we just need like somebody be the voice for everyone else. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of excitement too. And what is the overall card? Revelation card. Yeah, you guys definitely join our free community. We have an awesome app. It's so fun to use. It's called the Global Community. There is a link below. You create your account and then you're in. And once you're in, that's where I host all my classes, my courses. There's free events. We're starting a book club. We're going to read, the first book we're reading are the 4 Agreements. I mean, a lot of fun stuff is going on. A lot of fun stuff. Okay. So here we go. This card is so cool. 6 of Air, Cosmic Weaver. Look at that. When I saw it, I was like, wait, what? There's a lot here. There's like a lot here. So the first thing that comes to me when I see this card is the web of choices, the web of connections that are linked to everything that's unfolding in your life. It's the universe has the other message I get is the universe has it like taken care of. Like the universe has your back almost. It's weaving, right? Like you've already spun a web of magic, in your life. And when you trust, like the message that comes through is you trust in the flow of everything and you trust that everything is perfect just the way it is. Even you're desiring to move on to something else, like all of that. And I feel like this is saying like, don't worry, because we've been busily like designing it for you to step into, your own unique power and your own unique gifts and do it in a way that doesn't feel like it's draining you. Excuse me. So for you to be able to do it in a way that doesn't drain you, you have to trust in the universe, that the universe has weaved this beautiful web that's waiting for you, That's the message that I get from it. It's about connecting to the Akashic, understanding the bigger picture, the cosmic weaver. The challenge, 2 of Fire, the art of love. So I think that this has to do with what your experience is of the work that you do up to this point. And I see you helping a lot of people. I see you connecting with souls. I know that. So there's something that I teach in the Moon Goddess training, which is about soul contracts and how we make these soul contracts with people. And you may be at a point where the soul contract to do this specific job, what you do, you're going to do what you do no matter what you're actually physically doing, taking action in. You're going to be helping people no matter what. And it is totally coming from the heart. The transition that's happening right now is that the soul contract between this specific job might be ending. And you feel that shift. And so that's part of what is going on right now, that you're feeling like, okay, we're transitioning into something else. But like I said, you are learning this transition will teach you how to learn how to love. Will teach you how to love. Will teach you the art of love. And why is this in challenge position? Because I feel like, I'll show you the last card you got in a second, but I feel like there might be a fear of like, well, what if, it doesn't work out? What if I don't find what I'm looking for? But you will. And that's part of the trust, is that you have to really trust. The challenge is you got to really fully trust what your heart desires. And if it's not at this job, then you have to trust that and kind of take that leap. The overall theme is the 1 of Water. Yeah, water is life. This is like a mermaid offering up this vase of water. And the Ace of Water, the 1 of Water, is about a new journey in love. I don't know, maybe you'll meet somebody, I don't know. Like there's a little bit of that in here too. But I think it has to do more with like the love of humanity, because I feel a lot of Aquarian age vibes in this card, like Pisces, age of Pisces moving into the age of Aquarius, and how we carry the information in the water and in the emotions. There's a lot of there. Okay, so there's all the elements except the earth are represented here in your reading, but there's 2 water cards, and the water cards say there's a lot of emotion. So I would tap into like, what is it that you're feeling? What are the emotions that are going through about it? And the emotions, that's where you'll find the answer. I'm really curious as to, do you know what your human design is? Do you know what type you are in human design? Because that will give you a lot of insight into how to make the transition, that like strategically make a transition, and how to listen to your authority so that you know exactly, what to listen to, which one is the right message. 'Cause sometimes we have ideas come into our mind, but they're not exactly what the real truth is. So tapping into the emotions that I feel here, you have a lot of passion, you have a lot of love to give. The universe is really weaving that web for you. You have to offer it up to the universe. And I think that might be where a little bit of the fear comes from. It's like, here it is, universe. And I do see you here offering it up to the universe. Like, I'm here and I have all this love to give. How do I do this? And I feel this sort of like step into prayerful meditation and intention setting, and it will really change. It will really change the way that you approach this. But I feel like it's totally coming. It won't be difficult. I don't feel like this is difficult. I feel like you are so open and like ready to give that the universe will weave a way for you to like give love, like there's no wrong way to do that. And it will do it in a way that where you get to actually feel nourished by it. You get the 8 of water. Oh yeah, the 8 of cups, which actually says lunar mystery in this card. Lunar, you're a manifesting generator. Okay. Do you know what your authority is? Sacral or emotional authority? Okay. What I see in this picture, this is interesting. I didn't see this before, but I see the mask coming off. The mask is coming on, tapping into the emotions. The lunar mystery, like water, the moon, all of that. The last card is actually the moon, the major arcana of the moon. So the lunar mystery for you is about, there's an unveiling going on here. That's so funny. Take off the mask. Like, I mean, I know that's deep, but there's something inside that when you transition, you take off the mask. You have to walk away, right? You have to walk away from something, because the 8 of cups is about walking away from what no longer works and what no longer serves you. And this is the wisdom from the ancestors. So they're saying like, take off the mask, like be yourself, like stop hiding. And I don't know how this resonates for you, because I don't know your story and all of that, but for some reason it's coming through, right? But it's about walking, like just do it, just walk away. It's time to walk away. If you feel it's not working, it's not inspiring anymore, especially as a manifesting generator. Oh, 5-1. Yeah, people will project on you. Oh, so this is about you really being yourself and not worrying about what anyone else is saying about you. Not that you do or anything, but maybe you do internally. And so you are a leader, like you have leadership qualities, and you're able to really kind of like step into the scene and really, really help. You know what to do. You know how to fix things. You know how to like, especially in like the moments of like fight or flight, which I'm sure your job has a lot of that. In moments of like crisis or chaos, the five energy like steps up, like I got this. Like everyone shut up and do what I tell you and we're going to be fine, So you have that ability. So people really see you as a leader. But you are also the heretic, which means that people want you to save them. And you can't save everybody, And you have all this love to give and to offer to the world. But sometimes it's how people treat you or see you that it hurts, it doesn't feel right sometimes. So yes, exactly. And so it's like, stop caring about, like, take the mask off. You don't have to be this or that for anybody. You have to just be yourself, and you have to walk away, really truly walk away from what no longer serves you. And that is your fears. It's your fears that you have to walk away from. Everybody has fears, whatever they are, in whatever realm, in whatever way they show up for you. Like, everyone has fears. It's walk away from the fears and pay attention to your emotions and how you feel in your gut, because that's what's going to help you to, like, decide the truth for you. Decide the truth. There's, like, there's two wolves in this picture, and you won't be able to stop it. Like that 5-1, you can't stop people's projections. Like, they will always project on you no matter what. They will always. You have to just stop caring about what people think about you, because it's not even you. It's not even you that they see. Like, they see what they want to see. People see what they want to see in you, and it had nothing to do with who you truly are. That's why it's like, just be you. Take off the mask and face your fears. And there's two wolves inside of us, right? And it's like, which wolf will you feed? It's the one. Will you feed the fears, or will you feed, like, the abundance and the love? You feed the darkness, or will you feed the light? And that's a big part of the transition for you. That's happening. But just remember, the universe is weaving a web. Like, it's got it all set up. You just have to follow your authority. What's your authority in human design? Follow your authority to make your decision, your big decision. How to turn what off? The fears? Or sometimes there's things you can't turn off in a really funny way. But yeah, that was actually a great reading. But yeah, follow your authority to make the big decision when you transition from one to the other. That's how to do it. If you don't, it won't work. As a manifesting generator, you need to trust your inspiration, what you're inspired by. You have to try not to skip any steps. However, it's easy to skip steps. So make sure. That's why I'm like, ooh, if I just had your authority right there, I could give you the last piece. I could give you the last little bit to be like, all right, this is what's going to take you through this powerful transition. But I definitely wish you a lot of luck, and I'm really excited for you. It's fun, I feel like you have a lot to give. I really do feel that. Aquarius Sun, Aries Moon, Cancer Rising, Pisces Mars and Venus. Ooh, your Mars and your Venus are going to get, like, super activated right now. All right. So, there's no one else on the list, you guys. The list is wide open. But I appreciate those of you that did get on the list so far. I really do love these cards. These cards are amazing. Really amazing. Awesome. Love that, Oliver. Love that you found your way here, wherever you came from. Yeah, you guys, if you're new, please, like, subscribe, but even better, like, join their global community, because it's our own, like, private space. It's like an enhanced community experience. It's like having Facebook, Instagram, all of these, like, social media app things all within one space. It's where I host all of my courses. I'm going to be hosting a course soon. Once the details come out, I'll be posting about it and everything, but it's going to be called Liberating the Inner Child. I'm co-hosting it with my friend Jason Sevasunder from the channel Ray of Light Tarot. We've known each other for a long time, for years, and just kind of really powerfully reconnected. And I'm excited to do this because it also opens up for me. My main customers are women, but this opens it up for the men. And I love that, because a lot of men ask me, like, are you going to do a class for the men? Are you going to do a class for the men? And it's like, this is the one, because I'm co-hosting it with my friend Jason. And so I'm personally really excited about that. So this is for all the guys out there. I'm like promoting it to the guys because I'm going to talk about a lot of the stuff that I talk about in the Moon Goddess training. And some of it, not a lot of it, because the Moon Goddess training is a whole year long. But some of the things, some of the concepts, some of the magic, and it'll be open to everyone. So I'm really excited about that. Starts March 16th. It's going to be Thursday evenings. There will be replays of everything if you can't make the live classes, although I really hope you can make the live classes. But details about that are coming soon. Always nice to listen in, and just recently started to join chats of the folks that I follow. Nice. Well, welcome. You are most welcome here. Found you a little over a year ago. Love that. Beautiful. Well, welcome. All right. So, I don't see any other. Oh, Dawn, you put up a question, but I didn't. Let me see. I'll check the payment. Who's Bridget? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Okay, so we're doing Dawn's reading now. Okay, so the question is natal chart for Bridget on friendship, self, interpersonal communication. Yeah, it just now came through. Interesting. So let's share the screen again. So give me 1 second. That's interesting. Hang on. Oh, of course. The good thing is I have like 3 Wi-Fis. The bad thing is they play games with me. Which I think is hilarious. Here we go. All right. So now I'm going to share it. It's your son's girlfriend. Okay. Is she watching? Or is she going to watch the replay? Okay. Bridgerton. I'm just kidding. I could be a little obnoxious sometimes. Okay, here we go. Let's put in the details. 9905 506. Somers Point, New Jersey. Did you know that Dawn's in New York again? Okay. Making sure it's correct. All right. She's doing homework. But is she watching? But is it against the law? Have you guys ever watched that that episode of, oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember the names. Oh, those 2 guys that did like comedy skits. Dang, I can't remember right now. It doesn't matter. Anyways, there was one skit that did that it was about being on the airplane and the guy wanting to go to the bathroom and the flight attendant being like, please take your seats, anyways. Oh my God, I don't know why. That's one of the funniest episodes I've ever seen. Okay, here we go. She's watching. Okay. Freaking Brooklyn, Manhattan, like New York. Okay. All right, here we go, Bridget. Let's check it out. Got Sun in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, Moon in Scorpio. I like it. Sorry. Oh, Venus conjunct Jupiter in Libra. What? But it's with your South Node. I'm just kidding. North Node Aries. Leo rising. Oh my God, Uranus in Pisces. That is so funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's just like, what is that? That's really intense. Mars in Taurus, midheaven, 22 degrees Taurus, midheaven. Ooh, I like it. You're ruled by the sun. What else we got before we go into details? Where's your Chiron? Ooh, Capricorn. This is so interesting. Okay, here we go. Sun in Virgo. Sun in Virgo is kind of, focused, organized, detail-oriented. Your sun is in the first house, which means that the focus is on yourself, on your body. So you may be someone who cares about how they look, not in a negative way, in actually a very positive way. Exercise, taking care of your body is important to you. And you like cleaning your body and all that stuff. Because that Virgo is that very organized and I'm going to have my things together in a very strong way. And that's what they love. And it's an awesome energy. So you also have Mercury right there too. She bows nothing. What does that mean? You have Mercury there too. And that's your mind. So mind is very detail oriented, detail focused. So you have this good support system to be able to do things that are very detail oriented, that you need to focus on the details and you can do it. It's actually really cool. That's a big part of your personality. However, you have Leo rising and your sun is in your first house too. So, which is kind of like having the sun in Aries. So very vibrant, active, physically active person. Leo rising is how people see you. And the Leo energy is kind of like a king or a queen. And they like to be seen. So I don't think you're afraid of being seen, although Virgo tends to be kind of hermit-ish, kind of wants to hide, but that Leo, not really. The Leo cares about how it looks, but in the sense of they want to be valued and seen for who they really are. And who they really are is people that love really deeply and are very, very loyal. And people see that in you. And that's actually a really beautiful frequency. Having your moon in Scorpio means that emotionally you have intense emotion, deep emotion. And when people are surface level emotional connection, it's boring. It's it's not exciting. So you have to recognize that your ability to deeply feel emotions is not like everybody else's ability to deeply feel emotion. And feelings can run high, Scorpio is tends to be very dramatic, very obsessive. And so you have to be careful with things like jealousy and because that can get out of, it can get out of control. So the funny thing is that Scorpio isn't afraid of feeling deeply, wherever Scorpio is not afraid of the deep, right? Rolling in the deep, so it can get intense for other people. So you just have to recognize your ability to really deeply feel and know that not everyone else is able to do that. And not everyone else is as dramatic in a sense, because that Scorpio energy can be very dramatic and intense. So as long as you recognize that and you know that not everyone else is that, you can't expect the same as that from other people, then you'll be fine. But you got to realize that emotionally, your emotions go deep, deep, deep into a place where most people aren't willing to go that deep, but you are capable of it because you have moon in Scorpio. Your North Node Aries, South Node Libra is about letting go of the need to always rely on other people to help you do things. And your life purpose, part of it, in a nutshell, is to learn to be independent and to do things on your own, even though that seems scary because you want to rely on other people and you want to like work with other people and you want to like do teamwork things. You're really going to find your like move through that comfort zone and into your destiny when you realize that you are an independent person, that you can do things on your own. Chiron in Capricorn is an insecurity about, wow, Capricorn is so interesting. There's always, let me start with what Chiron is. Chiron, that's so weird. I just saw that I think Jason's going live with my sister on Instagram. That's so random. But basically Chiron in Capricorn, there's always an insecurity about something. That was really distracting. An insecurity about something. And the insecurity with Capricorn is about feeling like you're good enough to succeed in life. And the journey of life, the healing journey of your life, is to let go of that fear, let go of that insecurity, and trust that you've got what it takes, that you can work hard, and that you will succeed in life. You will find the success that you have always wanted and dream of. And Jupiter and Venus in Libra is a really beautiful energy. Like in terms of what you desire balance and harmony in relationships. Like when things are going great, you feel amazing. With Mars in Taurus, the way that you do things is you're kind of steady. You have a very steady way of taking action. And sometimes for people, it feels like you're moving too slow. But for you, it's like the only way for you to like keep yourself together and focus is you take your time. That's important. You should always take your time because that's your strength, is stability within action. So those are the things that pretty much stand out right now that are fun to look at. The other thing was like that Uranus and Pisces. That's so interesting because Pisces is water. And this season, that Uranus is going to be kind of really highlighted. And Uranus is where you're unique and different. And that's within, so it's within relationships that you are like the one that's different or unique. It's also the one that you're always the one that needs a little more freedom than anybody else. And you tend to have a hard time committing to relationships. I will say that. So you're obviously still like, young. So you got time to like explore like how relationships function for you and how you function in relationships. But Uranus there tends to make your relationships like, they're not going to be like your usual relationship. Relationships for you are going to be like very different. And that Pisces energy is like Uranus activate like spiritually. You have your own unique way of connecting spiritually to life, to yourself, to understanding, like the questions that we ask ourselves, like, what is God? Is God real? Like things like that. Like, what do I think about it? What is my relationship to God? Like those kind of questions come up a lot. I would think come up a lot during like with that kind of transit. And even this season, you might feel some of that coming up for you a lot too. So there we go. That was for Bridget. So thank you. Okay. I don't think anybody else got on the list, but I will check. I think we might be complete for the evening. We like to keep it simple over here and not push ourselves too hard. I have been working all day. It's been quite the energy. And I am so excited for everything that's coming up, in the future, for the channel, for everything. So I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. A day of the sun conjuncting the star Fomalhaut. And I also hope that the week for you is amazing and that you join us like in the global community, in our private space, and that you join us for our book club, which I actually forgot to mention this, but we have our book club, our first book club meeting on Sunday, and we're just going to discuss the structure of the book club and the first book that we're going to be reading and what it's all about and all that stuff. And then from then on, we'll meet to talk about the book that we're reading, and we're going to be reading the 4 Agreements. So I'm super excited about that. Anyways, I'm going to end it right there. And thank you, those of you that got on the list tonight. The next time I'll be back is, I literally have no idea because I don't have my calendar with me. So anyways, just be on the lookout. Hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. And Sat Nam. See you guys next time.